It's a beautiful Monday morning right here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2008 SEMA show. I'm John Lomax, and we'll be bringing you all of the latest news from the mobile electronics industry right here at 12volt.com. Be on the lookout for some hot new product releases, some great industry interviews, and all of the sights and sounds of the 2008 SEMA show from the Las Vegas Convention Center. Stay tuned at 12volt.com. We're back with Jim Spoonhower, Vice President of Market Research for SEMA. Jim, how are you doing today?
Doing great.
Fantastic. We've had an amazing experience already here at the SEMA show. Outside looks amazing, and just kind of taking a sneak peek through the halls, it looks like a great show again this year. Everybody was kind of worried coming into the show that we might not have the attendance or the exhibitors from last year, but you're telling me that's not the case.
Yeah, the exhibitor count isn't that bad. We're probably down about 7% from what we were last year. And it's kind of strange because last year was our biggest show ever. So to be off the biggest show a little bit and still be like the second best we've ever done, it makes it kind of interesting, kind of a paradox, really. And then attendance-wise, the registration has been down probably about 10%. So if everybody who registered shows up, the aisles are going to be just about as full as they were last year.
Well, I'll tell you what, 7%, I wish we had that 7% on the stock market. Tell us, we've heard that you guys have been working on a lot of really new, interesting market research for the industry. How can our manufacturers and retailers take advantage of all that you guys are doing to find out what the consumer wants?
We've got three different ways that we can do that. One, obviously we publish reports and we put all those up on the web so that they're accessible 24/7. We also provide a service where folks can call in or send an email and say, I need. And a lot of the data that we got, we could slice up and be very specific to what the manufacturer or the retailer is wanting to look at. We do large annual studies of consumers based upon what kinds of modifications are they doing to their vehicle, and then we can take that data and slice it down to a particular vehicle. So if a manufacturer is looking at producing a product for the F-Series pickup, and they say, okay, what are the owners of F-Series pickups doing to their trucks? Even today, when there aren't that many trucks selling, what are they doing to them? We can provide that kind of data.
That's really focused data, and we were talking earlier about how people need to be smarter and more flexible. What are some recommendations that you have for manufacturers and retailers in these kind of challenging times?
I think the biggest thing, and you used the right word, and that is to be flexible. One of the neat things about the performance parts, accessories, mobile electronics, is that a lot of the companies are smaller. And because of that, they can change direction a lot quicker than a General Motors can. The problem is that a lot of people are so busy running their business, making payroll, that they're not looking up at the horizon to see where the changes are coming in order to react to it very quickly. To look at alt fuels, to look at new technologies and things like that and say, okay, how do I adjust my business to cope with that?
And we see that even SEMA's making those kind of adaptations too, with the green section here, and really looking out and being a forward-reaching organization and seeing what's out on the horizon.
Yeah, it's funny looking at alt fuels in particular, looking at electric cars, and you think about performance, and you say, oh, it's always got to be V8s and all this kind of stuff. But think about an electric car that will go 0 to 60 faster than a Porsche 911. And we've got 4 or 5 of them sitting here in the hall that'll do that right now. Talk about performance, that gets the juices going all by itself.
I tell you what, it's the old curse. May you live in interesting times. There's a lot of changes and a lot of challenges, but I think companies are going to reach out there and still find a way to service their customers.
I think so too, and that's the other part of this industry that is so cool. It's all about innovation. I mean, the guy who's passionate about a particular part of the industry, and he's looking for how to make that widget a little better, how to make that new product that everybody's going to want. And because of that, he innovates and he hits the market where the big companies can't. They just don't have that insight.
That's right. It's easy to turn that small ship.
Yep.
So you've taken a look around. What's exciting to you? What's the one thing that Jim Spoonhower's seen here that's really turning your lights on?
Oh, I love the new Challenger. I look at that car and I look at the roots and where it came from, and then I love the new Camaro. I mean, probably because of my generation and where I come from, those muscle cars just seem to grab at me.
Well, I think they're grabbing a lot of people. I mean, we see all the manufacturers going back to the roots and finding those styling cues and the performance cues and really reinvigorating the whole muscle car and pony car movement.
You bet, I agree. And I can't wait to see the new Mustang when it comes out.
It's going to be gorgeous. We've seen some sneak peeks on it online, and if it looks anything like the sneak peeks we've seen, it's going to be an amazing car.
I agree.
Jim, it's been a real pleasure talking to you, and we wish you the best of luck for this SEMA Show 2008.
Thank you.
Thank you.